All right, what's up, boxing fans? It's Aztec 101, and this video is on Willy Hutchinson versus Craig Richards. This is another fight on the Queensberry versus Matchroom 5-on-5 tournament this weekend. And I got to be honest with you guys, this fight is the least exciting fight to me on the card. Willy Hutchinson is 17-1-0. He's got 17 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws. 13 of those wins are by KO, and his 1 loss came by KO. We'll talk about that later. Craig Richards is 18-3-1, so 18 wins, 11 by KO, 3 losses, and 1 draw. I'm not really excited about this fight for several reasons. Craig Richards came back in 2024, got a TKO win over Boris Crighton in the 7th round, which looks good, but he was out all of 2023. And in his last 4 fights, he's been on I would say it's a roller coaster. He lost to Bivol. Ever since he lost to Bivol, it's been a loss, a win, a loss, and a win. So he lost, unanimous decision to Bivol. I mean, he stood all 12 rounds, but he didn't have much success in that fight. He lost in 2021 to Bivol, then came back and beat Marek Maria. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the name right. Got a TKO win there in the 9th round. And then comes back and loses to Joshua Boatsi, another name that I'm hoping I'm not fucking up. Lost a unanimous decision there in 2022, was gone all of 2023, and then comes back, gets a TKO win over Boris Crighton. Again, that happened in the 7th round, and if you guys go back and watch that fight, he looked good in that fight. So I'm hoping that Craig Richards puts on a good show. Willy Hutchinson is there to get hit. He's not really a defensive fighter, and when you look at his loss to Lennox Clarke, you could see why. Lennox Clarke was getting hit with some big shots because Willy Hutchinson is a big hitter. He does have power. One of his most dangerous punches is his right hand. He's been on a 4-fight winning streak since he lost to Lennox, and he's been knocking guys out. In his last fight, he got a big knockout there. His right hand's very dangerous. But in the fight against Lennox Clarke, it showed that he has defensive flaws. He was winning that fight, actually, in my opinion. He was putting in some good work in round 1, round 2, round 3, and in the 5th round, Lennox caught him with some clean combinations, and Willy Hutchinson just couldn't stand up right. The referee came in right away and stopped the fight. That was a TKO win for Lennox Clarke. But like I said, since then, Willy has come back and he's gotten knockouts. Craig Richards is, he's a seasoned fighter somewhat. He's been in there already with Dimitri Bivol, so he's faced high-level competition. Even though he doesn't have too many fights on his resume, he's only 18, and like I said, 18-3-1. So just over 20 fights. Craig Richards is hopefully back in the game. I mean, inactivity tends to kill fighters, so even talented fighters, inactivity can fuck you up. I think this might end up going in Hutchinson's favor. I think he's been active. He's been winning. He's got the momentum going. He's got a very dangerous right hand. His defensive flaws might not really play a role in this fight. I don't think Craig Richards is that much of an aggressive fighter and that skillful of a boxer to really, come out and get an upset in this fight. In my opinion, if Craig Richards wins this fight, he'll win. It's an upset. Hutchinson should win. He's a big puncher, big guy. He should be able to, overpower Craig Richards and probably stop him. if anything. Now, here's the impressive part. If Hutchinson can stop Richards, he'd be the first one to do it. Richards he's lost 3 times, but he's never been stopped. So, I would be interested in seeing if Hutchinson has that type of power or is able to pull that off, because everybody's going to be watching, and this is going to be an important fight for them, especially since they don't really stand out among all the other fighters that are fighting that night. So they're going to need to put on a show. I got my money on Hutchinson, figuratively, because I don't really bet on fights, but this is who I think is going to win the fight. Willy Hutchinson, I think, could either stop him, but most likely, I think he's going to win a decision, and I think he's going to win the majority of the rounds. Craig Richards, if he does want to win, he's going to have to tire out Willy Hutchinson. I don't think Willy Hutchinson has much of a gas tank. If you can keep him going and keep him fighting the early rounds, and even if you lose those rounds but you tire him out, you might be able to steal the last half of the fight. And Richards, he's tough, he's taking big punches. Like I said, he's been in there with Dimitri Bivol, so he's fighting high level competition, and he was taking some big shots against Bivol. Bivol was landing some huge shots on him, and he ate him. He stood there. So Hutchinson has work cut out for him, but he should be able to do it. You guys let me know. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.